right as I was gonna start to. Oh, it seems to be back. Yes. Internet seems to be working again. To Google and I look up just anything, then obviously the page comes up, which means the internet is working. And yet, hey, it seems maybe, is it working now? Did I fix it? I think it finally reconnected. Okay. Internet was being troublesome again. Hopefully that is done now, because dealing with internet issues is the last thing that I need to do while trying to focus on surviving in horror Minecraft, you know? And it's out again. Yep. This is just the kind of day we're having, isn't it? I don't know what I can do about that. I mean, either the internet decides to work or it doesn't. It's not like I can really do anything about that other than, you know, resetting the router, which or not router, but the what's it called? Adapter? Network adapter? Yeah. I already like disconnected and reconnected, so I've done pretty much all I can do. Except maybe running the troubleshooter. Maybe I should do that. But you know, after all this is done, then we'll start the stream, I promise. It's just you kind of need to know that the internet's gonna be stable. Troubleshooting couldn't identify the problem. Oh, you couldn't now, could ya? Internet these days, am I right? It's never consistent. Oh, there it goes again, dropping down to 1800 kilobytes a second. Oh, but it didn't go all the way down yet. You know, up to 6,000, 3,000. 3,000's where it's supposed to be. But it never stays there. Yep. 3,000 down to 2,500, and then 700, 800, 159, 2,600, 6,000, 5,500. Okay, now this is just turning into that. What is that? What was that, like, stream, the radio broadcast back in, like, what was it, the Cold War or something? Where they had all the like, the number stations. And they would just send, like, encoded messages in the random numbers they kept saying. That's what this stream is becoming, just me reading out the kilobytes per second as the internet keeps wildly fluctuating. But that's fine. We'll be alright. It seems to be evening out slightly, kind of. One can hope. Alright, but it's been at 3,000 for a good little bit, like at least 15 seconds. That's a long time. So I'm gonna assume that we're good to go now. So this is gonna, I guess I can get Minecraft on the screen. There it is. This is Minecraft. Oh. This was Minecraft. Okay, what is with this? Wait, this exact thing happened in National's Call. Like, just last time I streamed, literally this exact circumstance. Why is this happening again? Okay, because last time I streamed Ashland's Call. Favorite game, great game. But for whatever reason, my internet was having issues at the start of that stream too, and then I reset the internet and got back to the game, but the second that I tabbed back into the game, it crashed. It, like, disconnected me from the game. And, whoa, I'm right? I mean, Minecraft is even agreeing with me. It's very confused as to why this is happening. Yeah, and so when I tab back into the game, when the internet finally starts behaving, the game just like closes on me and doesn't let me join back in. And with Asheron's Call, it took like a good 5 minutes or something before it actually let me reconnect to the server. So at least this one let me right back in, but it was just weird that I had internet issues, and the second I went back to the game, it closed, like crashed on me. I, I don't even know. Especially because in all my testing, this mod pack, which is pretty small overall, didn't crash once. So I have no idea what that's about. But either way, aside from all the scuffedness that is going on at the beginning of this, hopefully we've reached equilibrium and everything is hunky-dory. So I should probably explain what we're doing here. So I was wanting to play some horror Minecraft, but I felt like just going into something without any kind of a rhyme or a reason or any kind of direction wouldn't be a good idea, because usually when I play Minecraft, it doesn't last very long because I usually just play without direction. You know, I might build one or two things, like a base or two, and then get a bunch of armor, a bunch of tools and weapons, and then I get bored of it. Because, like, what else do? You've done all the progression, you got into the end, you won the game, like, essentially. I mean, even on Morg's server, I literally made money in the game by farming the Ender Dragon and the Wither and selling the, like, dragon eggs, dragon heads, elytras, stuff like that. So it's like, it seems very much like I had reached the pinnacle there, and there wasn't any higher to go, so it kind of lost some amount of reason to keep playing. So what I decided to do was, first of all, horror mods, always fun. Even though I am... I don't know why I keep gravitating to horror, even though I'm really bad with horror, but I guess it just keeps things interesting, you know? It keeps you alert. But I definitely like horror to some degree. I do feel like I've heard the term a lot of, like, phobophobia or something. I think I have that, where it's like the fear of being afraid. And definitely that's usually how it works with horror for me, is like, I'm not afraid of anything in particular. Like, I'm not afraid of the danger that it might present or anything like that. I'm just afraid of getting scared, you know? So I don't know if that's a thing, but that definitely seems like how I approach horror. And in this, I felt like I should go into it with some sort of, like, goal that I can, you know, it'll keep me invested into the game and help me through the horror a bit if I had a goal to keep my eyes on as I move through this whole endeavor. So I thought, well, what if I set up, like, a role-playing situation where I am I mean, I'll set it up once we're in the game as well, but it's like we're in this situation where we're on an island and we were sent there to as like a construction person, because I mean, it's Minecraft, you don't need like a whole construction crew. It would be a lot cheaper just to send one person and have them construct everything from scratch on the island themselves. But we were sent there to build a lighthouse, because that's pretty easy to build, all in all. I mean, I don't think it's much of an issue to just build a lighthouse, though. I've probably never done that in Minecraft, so who knows? We'll have to see. But basically, we're gonna go in there and try to build a lighthouse and all adjacent structures, and there's gonna be the one who watches also there. But there's another twist in that, first of all, I don't want to sleep through the nights, just because that seems a little cheap. You know, the night is like the most atmospheric time, and especially for horror, like that's prime real estate right there. And so what I did is I disabled pretty much all hostile mobs. Now, that was tricky, because the one who watches doesn't spawn on peaceful. So I couldn't just set it to peaceful difficulty and call it a day. At least I don't think I hope he doesn't. But either way, I had to actually get a mod that disables mob spawning for set mobs, and I just set it to be all hostile mobs. I hope I didn't miss any. But either way, hopefully that goes well. That's pretty much the whole setup. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna build some stuff, lighthouses and the like, and we may or may not be alone. Of course, we do get like a day or so of leniency, or like a, what do you call it? I don't know, peace period? Non-aggression period? I don't know. It's a certain amount of time, I think like a day or two, before the one who watches actually activates. Before that, he doesn't really do much of anything. So that's good. So we're gonna get into it. As you can see, I already have it. It says it has experimental features. I have no idea what that means. Every world I make on this mod pack says that, so I assume it's just something weird with the mods. So, good stuff. Let's get into it. Ugh. Also, I am not very good at RP just yet. I have attempted it. I'm not good at it, but we'll attempt. Yeah, see, experimental features. What features are you talking about? You're crazy. I don't know what you mean. But anyways, here we go. Let's go build some stuff. Alright, I also have shaders and ambiance, so this will be interesting. Hopefully the lag clears. Yeah, there we go, we're good. Alright. So day one, we've been sent to this island in order to construct a few buildings. The island is far enough out at sea that mobs can't reach us here, so it should be a perfectly peaceful mission where nothing goes wrong. Although this recording, oh yes, jeez, of course, background music must be off. But I've been told to record this entire endeavor, in that my managers wanted to make sure that we were following procedure to the letter on these missions, since last time things didn't go too well. So first we're gonna get, of course, our wood going, and we need to scope out the rest of these islands, figure out exactly where we're putting the lighthouse, and then begin construction right away, as is protocol. Now, for the construction, I was thinking probably concrete, because it is generally readily available, and it's a sturdy material that should hold up to the elements for a long period of time. So all that should go well, especially because sand is readily available out here. The only issue I could see could possibly be acquiring enough dye for it. But we'll figure that out when we get to it. First, we should probably create a survival shelter for the time being. And that should keep us out of the rain should that happen. I should probably actually make an axe. I'm just punching these for now. I don't know why. I think I kind of zoned out just in the flow state of chopping logs. Let's keep some as logs for craft, like building material. Make one of these. We probably, I guess we need to do wood pickaxe first, sadly. It's always so sad making a wood pickaxe, because it's like you don't want to have to make one of them, because they're just kind of useless past getting 3 stone. But you have to make an entire pickaxe before. Ooh, I don't think I need this exactly, but we'll take it. Leave the rest to regrow should it wish to. But yeah, we'll try to use the whole wood pickaxe. It's just always sad. Oh, lava immediately, and coal. Coal is actually going to be super useful. So let's get this started here. The place definitely looks a bit foggy, but you know, that should pass in a day or so, right? I mean, a place can't stay permanently foggy, right? Of course, that might explain why we're needing to build a lighthouse here, for sure. But this coal will come in handy, keeping our entire setup lit. Let's at least craft some torches for the offhand here. Although, realistically, how am I mining with a pickaxe with only one hand? I mean, that's usually a two-handed endeavor, but you know, we're just gonna ignore that and gather some stone. I love the ambiance though. All the other sounds. I feel like Minecraft gets a bit too like quiet sometimes. Especially when it comes to like the in-game music. I usually turn that off in any kind of atmospheric horror type situation. So not having that just kind of makes the entire thing silent, and you don't want that. You want some amount of sound, but you don't want it to be like nice peaceful music, because that can kind of break the creepy atmosphere, you know? So let's just keep mining until this thing breaks, and then we can move on, go build our shelter somewhere. I do wonder exactly how many blocks a wooden pickaxe can break on its own. And there we go. I'm gonna leave the torch there. Well, why would I? I forgot. Mobs can't reach this island. We're perfectly safe here. So we don't have to worry about any kind of dark caves or corridors. We don't have to worry about anything at all. We're perfectly safe and secure here. We should probably get some seeds. Make a small farm. The most important part about these remote building missions is sustainability. Not only for yourself, but also anybody who's going to be, you know, keeping the lighthouse after we leave. We also want red, because our lighthouse is going to be white and red. I don't know where we're going to get white dye if there are no skeletons, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. See, we got a little water chasm there. Very nice. Oh, yeah. There were some reports about broken portal on the island. I guess we've stumbled across it. Well, this is a good opportunity here, because we will need a light source for the lighthouse. So let's actually gather up some of this netherrack. It sounds a little, I don't know, creepy when you stand on it. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's from the nether, so that's to be... Oh, here's the chest. A silk touch axe could come in handy. Actually, it could come in handy indeed. I wonder if... Yeah, we're gonna just leave that there. I don't know what Curse of Vanishing does for a tool. Can you gather sea lanterns... Ow. With a silk touch axe? Because I'm pretty sure you can break those with anything. They're like the same hardness as a regular like redstone lamp. But and I think the silk touch would probably do that. So maybe we don't even need the netherrack. Maybe we'll use sea lanterns for the lighthouse. If we can, you know, swim out far enough to find some of that. Yeah, we're getting some lag every so often. I don't think it's becoming a huge problem just yet. But hopefully I mean, it's probably just because we're walking in a direction we haven't walked in before and it's having to load the chunks. We'll be fine. But yeah, this whole area is surrounded by very, very large oceans. So there's not really any getting out of here until they send, you know, until the job is done and they send a boat to come pick us up. So let's continue on this way. The area where we're to build the lighthouse should be over in this direction. Oh, it's sunset already. We should probably get something going here. Temperatures are probably gonna fall pretty quickly after sunset. So let's see. I think that's the other island over there. There's 3, maybe 4 islands, if you depending on how you count islands, in this little area. There's the one we're on, which is the largest. Then there's one up that way that has extensive cave systems, and one over there that is mainly just a sandbar. And there's a smaller sandbar over there as well. I read the whole report on these islands before taking the job, naturally. Let's light up the perimeter here. Nice turtles. Probably should try not to disturb them as we do our work here. Also make more torches for the hand. And start building. We're just gonna make, we probably want to make the lighthouse here in the middle of this raised sand. And we're probably gonna make our house slightly off to the side over here. Just because we don't want to be in the way of our main building area. We're probably gonna put maybe the dock house over here. This looks, well, it's kind of pitch black, but this looks to be a good spot to have a little dock jutting out from, and a nice even surface for a building here. Man, I really should have measured this during the daytime. We'll probably do some mining and get back to building shelters and other such things in the morning. But let's build our house like right over here, at least the temporary one. We need more. Let's just make a bunch of these, because I'm certainly gonna need a lot of them. There we are. Okay. And now for shelter. It's kind of nice being all the way out here in the middle of nowhere alone. You know, it really, it really is nice just to be able to sit outside and not have to worry about any enemies or anything of that sort coming up. Okay, and that's where the door's gonna be. We're just gonna make very simple log cabin-esque building here. We don't have nearly enough wood, but that will be fine. This shall suffice for the time being. And we're just gonna make all of these sides have some windows so we can look out. Alright. More wood is needed. Now we actually have an axe, so this should go a lot faster. But those moving leaves, I swear. Oh, the wind on this island really makes you feel a little unsteady looking at how the leaves just keep rustling around, you know? Also, in case you were wondering, this is what it looks like without a torch. Yeah, there's a reason why we hold one of those. It's very dark at night around here. I'm not sure why there's no stars out. I assume it's just because of the dense fog that's been around today, but you know, I'm sure that'll clear up. Alright, and tomorrow morning after we're done building our little shelter here, I should probably go out and explore the remaining islands just to get a lay of the land. It's the wrong one. Some professional builder I am. Of course, I'm more focused on large-scale structures and not smaller things like this. But let's just get up there real quick. Build the rest of this up. We need this for the roof. Let's put our that's coal. Put our crafting table in here. Probably want a furnace as well. Probably start smelting things. Also might want a chest just to store some of the items we're not currently... Why do I keep placing things incorrectly? What is with me today? I might just be a little sea, you know, I don't know, what would it be like, jet lag, but for ocean? Boat lagged? Yeah, that's it. There's a bit boat lagged. So we'll just keep the bare minimum here. Don't have anything to cook just yet. We will need to get some food going. Speaking of which, we should probably make some farming implements here. Get our inventory actually organized. There we are. And everything is going swimmingly thus far. Oh, we need a lot of stairs. You know, roofs and all that. Even just a simple roof is going to be a lot of stairs. Of course, if we had a stone cutter... Does a stone cutter even... I guess a stone cutter wouldn't work for wood. So I guess this is the only way to make wood stairs, isn't it? But you know, it's nothing fancy, but this roof will keep the rain off of us once it's done. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh, that's just great. Yeah, I just had to mention that the roof would keep the rain off of us, and just like that, the rain starts coming in. I mean, to be fair, I probably should have seen that coming. Usually fog comes before rain, right? Does it come after rain? I don't know. Either way, we'll have a roof over our heads shortly, so we shouldn't have to worry about it too long. Let's get some doors while we're at it. Oh, right, that's what I would need to... I would need to get some sand and make some glass for the windows. That's a great idea, me. Thanks, me. Let's just grab some sand from over here. We don't need much, just 6 pieces, I think. For some panes, right? I haven't made glass panes in a while, but I believe... Oh, that's 5. Also, apparently have not done math in a while. Is there? Oh, there's like water pooling on the blocks. That's kind of cool. Alright. Let's just get you in there. Get you cooking. We should probably place some torches around our house, right? There we are. Now we need more of the stairs, probably a lot. I don't want to just make all of them into stairs, because, you know, making them as you go is the most efficient method. Alright. And we'll just kind of build them up from both sides and meet in the middle. But this is exactly what we, you know, isolated area builders live for. Just a nice, quiet evening. Got the rain coming down. You're building a little shelter. You know, nothing fancy, nothing to worry about. Life is good, you know? Alright, we just need a few more stairs. Let's get those made here. I think that should cover it. If I can get back up there. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Alright, I think morning's coming. I can hear the birds. Because you can't see the moon through all this rain, so... one can hope. Alright, but our glass is done. Grab this. Make some panes. There we are. Now there's just a few more things, and then the house will be complete. Now Not enough logs. Let's get another one. There we go. Nice stability there. And that should be good. I mean, the roof area is a little plain, but, you know, that's fine. Nobody said this place had to be very fancy. And let's get a stone floor going. You know, you need to have a solid foundation, or else your house is gonna crumble apart with erosion. Not that this temporary shelter is gonna, you know, be very long-lived either way. Do you guys hear something? I think I'm just hearing things. I have no idea. But, you know, it must just be the ocean breeze. Let's sort some more things into our chest here. I probably want to keep the coal and sticks. I don't know why they give you doors in threes. I mean, who the heck uses doors in threes? I mean, I appreciate the material efficiency, but still, like, it's a little excessive. Also, I could just gather the sand from the floor here. I didn't have to go and gather it elsewhere. So I don't know what that was about. Huh. Man, but it's easy to be put on edge when you're out here all alone. Though I know no mobs are out here. Place is absolutely abandoned. Nothing harmful can even get here. So we're perfectly safe. I don't know why I would possibly think anything's the matter. But let's go and check out the other islands. Because we've already seen this one, you know, you've got trees, fog, rain, sand. The other islands, it's, oh yeah, over there in the distance. I should build a boat. Here, let me. Oh yeah, see, all that breathing we heard was probably just the turtles. They make some breathing noises. Yeah, that's all it was. It's nothing to worry about. We're fine. Alright, boat. Let's get out there on the water and swim to this next, or boat? Islet? I guess row to the next island would be the most appropriate way of saying it. Alright, now to the fog comes another landmass. Now this island's significantly smaller. Let's just get this set up there. We'll just leave the boat for our return trip. Alright. But yeah, this place is not nearly as big, but it does have some impressive caves on it, which is always a plus. And this is probably where we'll go to get any of our iron or other... just divot. I thought that was a hole into a cave and I almost fell and died, but we're fine. We're alright. Okay, keep collecting the red flowers, because we'll need those. We got more animals here, which is very nice. Oh, I never set up the farm. I should do that when we get back. I might need a bucket for that, though. But, I mean, we have the ocean everywhere. I'll just put some dirt next to the ocean. Got some bees. Man. Yeah, and so as you can see, I mean, it's pretty foggy and still, I guess, kind of early in the day. I can't even tell. I mean, it's not as pitch black as it was before, but when it's overcast and rainy, it certainly makes it darker. But I think it's daytime. Maybe. Alright, and so this is the end of the other island, this beach here. So not very much to see over here. That's why we're building on the main island. And because it's more of a central location. Oh. I was told there was no native inhabitants of this island, but something here. Well, what is this? Labeled Day 58. My skin has become pure white out of fear. I do not know what is happening to me, There are thoughts in my head that are not mine. Page 1 of 1. Well, that's somewhat off-putting. But I will take their campfire. Dang it. Okay. Campfire is not pick-upable. Good to know. I probably could have Silk Touch axed it, but I didn't, so I guess hindsight is 2020. Anywho, I wasn't I don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure we're fine. I'm sure that was left by someone who they probably crash landed here. That's why we have to build a lighthouse. We did hear reports of a few boats going missing in this area, and that's why that is why the lighthouse has to be constructed in order to, you know, warn other people. Where's my boat? Hey, have you guys seen my boat? I forgot where I placed. You know, you always need to say, remember where we parked whenever you park something somewhere. And I foolishly didn't say that, so I have completely forgotten where I left my boat. So let's keep following the shoreline. I think it was over here more. There's something in the water. Probably just a squid. Alright, let's see here. Boat. 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 It was like right over here, right? This is a bigger island than I gave it credit for, I think. And honestly, it's really easy to get lost with all this fog. You know, you can never really tell where you're going or where you've been. I'm just following the shoreline. And here are the sheep. We did walk past the sheep previously. And these flowers. I remember seeing the blue flowers and being sad that there were no red flowers with it. So we need more red flowers for sure. I mean, we only get 8 red concrete for each dye. That's not nearly enough. You know, now I'm regretting not just taking the boat with us. I expected it would just be a short trip where we go on the island and leave the same way we came, but... Aha, here we are. Man. Bit of a longer endeavor than I'd planned for, but... You know, it's been a bit too dark to do much of anything anyways, so... What can you do about it? Let's just get back home. Here we are. Ugh. Don't crash too much. And get out of there. We're back. Alright. Now, what would be the first order of business? Well, we probably need to secure a source of concrete, which means we need gravel. And that shouldn't be too hard. I mean, we have plenty of sand, obviously. Let's go build a shovel and search out some gravel. Maybe 2 shovels. We want to get a good amount of it. Because we have the dye. We have a nice little house here. So I can't see... Ooh, we should get the farm going. Do we have much dirt? Nope, just the one. I was going to make multiple shovels and then I didn't. I'm a little scatterbrained, apparently. Alright, shovels. Good. You know, I would complain about the dreary weather around here, but, you know, when you're off on a mysterious island in the middle of nowhere, and by the middle of nowhere, I mean the middle of the ocean, you kind of get used to having, oh, hey! The sun came out right then, nice. But I was gonna say, you get used to having overcast weather. I mean, we're surrounded by water. We gotta expect that it's gonna be, you know, raining some of the time. And here's some gravel, some of it floating. That's normal. I don't know. Okay. We're fine. Let's just gather up all this gravel. And of course, some of it turns to flint. Yeah, gravel's one of the lesser, efficient things to gather, isn't it? I let the water in. We're fine. Grab that. Alright, we need dirt as well, so let's just gather this to make it easier to get out of the gravel pit here. Alright, all's well. Alright. And of course the sun is setting already. The overcast and rain. What just fell into the water there? Well, we have enough gravel to get a good start. We're probably just gonna head back for now. I swear I heard something walking behind me. This island is getting to me. You know, I just need to keep telling myself there's nothing here that can hurt me. The place is perfectly safe. There have been multiple expeditions to this island. They've already scoped out the place, figured out the natural structures, the wildlife, everything. There's nothing here that can harm us. So I don't know why my mind keeps playing tricks on me like this. We just gotta focus. There's a job to do, and I'm not gonna let anything in my brain stop me from doing it. Now let's see, how did we make this again? I think like that, and then that. Yes. Alright. Good, good, good. Now we probably want to make an area that we can actually process all this. I mean, here's as good a place as any, but it'll be slow unless we can do it en masse. If we could... Oh, we need to set up farming. I keep getting distracted. We should probably do that sooner rather than later, because eventually we'll need food. Since we haven't been exerting ourselves too much, it hasn't been as much of an issue, but... Let's just get... we still don't have any buckets, so we can't do it uphill. You know what? Now would be a good time to do some mining. Let's create a small mine inside the house. No, we should probably... Regulation dictates it needs to be outside of the building. Let's make a small mine over here, probably in the side of this hill. It's not a very steep hill, but you know, it'll have to do. Alright, it needs to be 2 wide. There we are. Because we need a mine in order to get a bucket, we need a bucket in order to make plants, and a very efficient place to make all our concrete powder. So, first things first is the mining. It's a long process, but you know, pays well. And it's a lot cheaper to just send someone to the island than it is to actually import all the materials from another landmass. The underground ambiance is certainly a bit spooky. But, once again, no mobs, we're fine. Diorite. I mean, we could use polished diorite instead of white concrete if we really wanted. No iron, though. Because, yeah, I am kind of concerned as to where we're going to get white dye. I suppose we can use a composter with the farm in order to get bone meal, but that's kind of a slow process. And who knows if we're going to have enough gravel to make the entire structure out of concrete. Because that is, I mean, there's probably plenty in caves below, but surface gravel is not nearly as common as one might think. Oh, broken pickaxe. Better head back to the surface. No, I should really make the roof on this higher. Alright. You guys hear that? Sounds like something walking around the house. Probably just a sheep, but there can't be any creepers here. Not making any other noises. I'm sure it's nothing. It's probably just my brain's probably just playing tricks on me again. You know, that's probably all it is. The cabin fever. You know, I made a cabin. Now I got cabin fever. It's you know, cause and effect. But I think I'd feel better if we stayed in here until morning. Oh, let's put away this book. Don't really need it on us right now. Same with most of this other stuff. Let's put away the gravel. We need more sand to combine that with. We have plenty of red dye. Good amount of concrete so far. Let's make a few more torches. Just for the heck of it. Alright. Starting to see a slight tint to the sky. I think that means morning is approaching. Those footsteps are really, kind of getting to me. Still haven't seen anything out there, though. Do we need copper for any... Excuse you. Sheep, pig, whatever you might be. Can you stop, like, stomping around out there? It's really quite rude. Yeah, I don't think we need copper for anything. Let's just throw that in the chest as well. If only we're iron. Oh, but we actually did get these. What can we make out of this? I mean, that's just one ingot. So, what can we make? What are we trying to make with iron? I mean, a bucket. That takes 3 ingots. So we're nowhere near that. Saplings we should probably replant. Flint we don't need right now. Oh, we could make a flint and steel. Not that that's, you know, particularly useful yet. And we do have a fire charge, which is a 1-use flint and steel, essentially. So I think we're fine. Yeah, still not seeing any daylight. Nighttime always feels like it's longer than the daytime. I don't know why. But we don't have enough for shears. We haven't killed any sheep yet, so don't have any of that going. But our hunger is starting to show some damage, so we should get farming going next morning. Let's give up on the mine for now. When morning breaks, we're gonna head over to the caves on the other island and start exploring down there a bit. Because finding exposed iron is generally a bit more efficient than just strip mining for it. But, you know, I said I was going to wait until morning, but let's make another pickaxe. Just in case this one breaks. And get on out there. I mean... Yeah, I don't see anything around my house. I must just be hearing things. Let's hope that this doesn't end up like last mission. You know, my reputation can't take another hit like that. Alright, and let's take the boat with us this time. Oh, it doesn't get one shot by an axe? Interesting. Thought it did. Alright, but the sun should be coming up soon. Very soon. And we'll be alright. Heading to one of these caves we saw over here. Alright, there's a bunch of underwater cave here. Oh. Why did my vision go all weird there? I must you know, must have, I don't know, blinked extra hard? I'm not sure. But, oh, there's some rocks falling over there. Well, here is a cave that is not flooded. Suppose we'll get a move on here. There's copper. Chicken, are you falling and taking damage? Yeah, what a dumb chicken. I mean, chickens aren't even supposed to be able to take fall damage. You know? I don't know how that thing managed to do that, but whatever. I'm not my chicken's keeper, so, you know, we're fine. Not seeing any other iron in here. Though this much iron is enough for one bucket. So that's probably enough for now. Because, yeah, that seems a bit too deep and not enough iron to be worth delving into at the moment. Let's see if we can find another cavern. Maybe one a bit shallower. And less, you know, dead drop into death. Ah. The fog still hasn't really gone away, but, you know, it's a pretty nice morning. That's not a, it's not a cave, right? No, it's just a divot again. We're alright. We're doing fine. I mean, honestly, we're a little behind schedule. Ooh, ow. No, this is just the water cave, isn't it? Let's jump in and see what we can do. Oh gosh, it's pitch black down here. Yeah, I couldn't find iron in here to save my life. That is just no good. Even if we do find iron down here. Ooh, iron. It'll be really hard to mine it, though. Maybe we'll get both pieces before going to the surface? No, just one. But, you know, it's worth it for iron. There we are. That should be plenty. And that's enough iron for shears and a bucket. If we need shears. I don't really know what we'd use shears for exactly, but it's enough iron for it, so I'm happy. Let's head back to base and smelt up this iron. And then we can make a bucket, plant some plants, which is usually what you do with them. And everything should be off to a good start. I am going the right direction, right? This is... They get turned around in the caves? I don't think so. There's some weird shadows going around. Be a bee flying around overhead somewhere. Yeah, there he is. I'm sure that's all it was. Alright. Back to the water. I think this is the shore on the opposite side of the island. We definitely got turned around. You know, the problem with these uninhabited islands is there's not really any landmarks to be going off of, or at least no man-made landmarks. You just kind of need to make do with what you got. And I suppose even you can't get too horribly lost in these kinds of situations because it isn't that big of an island system. Oh, but there's also the sandbar over here I never showed you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. Can we zoom? We can zoom. No, that's just the edge of the shore there. There's the sandbar. Way off in the distance there. Yeah, nothing too exciting, but that's the last of the significant land masses around this area. Alright, and here's the water on the other side of the island. There's our island. Let's get going. Here, we'll just leave the boat there. We're good. Alright. Let's get this cooking up. There we are. What else to do while that's cooking? I guess we can go set up the outline of the farm. Let's do it right down here. It's a nice flat area, pretty close to where we'll be building. And we can just, Probably chop down this tree here. There we are. A nice little spot. Let's also expand in this direction. I don't remember how many blocks away water can reach. I think it's like 7 or something. Come on, 1 dirt short. There we go. Now let's get that water, and we can start. Stop doing that. We can start doing. What would you even call it? Tilling? Yeah, tilling, I guess. Here we go. Get us some water. And see how far of a radius this actually covers. Let's see, I think even if it's just this big, that should be plenty large for us. It seems to be preserving that far at least, so let's finish up with that. There we are. And then get our seeds. Nice. Alright, we'll probably go and grab more seeds. Break some of the nice atmospheric grass we got around here. But seeds are a bit hard to come by unless you're already breaking fully grown wheat. So maybe we'll just wait for the rest of this to grow and get the rest of the seeds from there. Alright, let's finish up that. Get some torches on there. Very nice. And we need to, as regulation dictates, make this one taller so you can actually walk up and down it more readily. But we can finish that next time we're mining. We're good on mining now. But our plants have begun. That one's even starting to grow. So I guess now that we have the bucket, let's get back to making some good stuff. Have some water. We would make some water here. And let's see, how would be the best way to do this? I guess if we just had the water coming in from one point like this, we could then fill up the rest of this with the concrete powder and then break it all. So we go in this ordering. We won't destroy the source block, and we can capitalize on all 9 of the water blocks. But this is going to be a pretty long process. Nobody said that building a lighthouse was an easy job. But we will probably want stone for the very base of it. Just because you need to have a nice sturdy foundation for these things. Only 4 more here in this batch. Alright, and we're going to be doing red and white stripes. Because that's like the classic lighthouse aesthetic. So, man, our house looks a little plain from the front. We might need a little cross beam there, maybe a window. Who knows? But it is not supposed to look nice. We're fine. Turtles, stop breathing so creepily. What the heck? Alright. Well, let's make a bit of a foundation here. So, we want a 3 by 3 thing right in the center of the lighthouse. Like this. That seems to be a decent position here. Then we'll want 2 blocks for a... Should we do a staircase or a water elevator, you think? But either way, we need to... Ding shovels. We need to dig this down a bit, you know? You need at least 2 blocks of depth when you're this close to the shoreline. You can't be having the tower become unstable. Let's do 3 just for good measure here. Ah, yeah, you see, now we're solid sandstone here. That is what you want to see. So we'll build out of just regular cobbles for the base foundation there. Alright. Now, we need a bit more of a foundation for the rest of the place. That's like the... What do you call it? What do you call it? Wait. It's like the thing on a sailboat. The keel, I think. It's the big thing that the counterweight that they put under sailboats that make it so that they can not tip over. I think it's called the keel. You kind of need one of those for the building here, you know? It goes down into the ground, keeps everything sturdy, but then around it you can just have regular of this. And we probably want it to be rounded, but that is always a bit of a tricky situation when it comes to staircases. Let's just make it like this. Are we out of stone? We kind of are. Because we'll need to expand the mine anyway. Alright, we'll make it like that. About that shape. That'll be good. I guess we're going mining. You know? A wise man once said, don't mine in the evening hours. But, you know. I have never been one to listen to wise men. Oh, great, and the footsteps are back. That's very welcoming. Oh, we got a lot of sand. We could actually make more of the concrete powder right now if we want. Here we go. That's a good amount. Alright, still not nearly enough compared to how many we'll need for the full build. Because it'll need to be at least 30 blocks tall, which means that each block around the circumference will need to be 30 blocks high, plus any interior blocks like the floor, the stairs, the center column, and then the light itself, and the area surrounding the light will need glass. You know, it's a whole to-do. So definitely this is just a drop in the ocean, but yeah, no, it's a start at the very least. Let's see, don't need saplings for right now. And we already got torches. I think we have everything we need. Might make another pickaxe. We don't have any cobblestone. Okay. Do we have any more wood? We don't even have any more wood. Okay. It's fine. Let's go chop down a birch tree here. Just for some sticks and other such things. We're fine. There we are. What is this? The animal get killed here? Weird. Alright, well, you know, that's nature for you. Nature's freaking, you know, nature's scary. Let's head down here. Get this all good. Okay, but a break from the in-characterness. I don't know, it's becoming even scarier. This is kind of the point, but it's becoming even scarier when I'm purposefully not acknowledging the presence of the Watcher. So that's it's like almost not being able to talk about it and identify that it's there is making it all the more suspenseful, and that it oh. Anyway, sorry for breaking from the characterness, but I just wanted to mention that because that's it is building up some pressure in there, you know? Alright. Gotta make this mine regulation 3 high. Still don't know if I'm gonna use the diorite for anything. We might be a good idea, but we need more stone for sure. Just for that foundation, we'll need a good bit more. Alright, but what has it been? Like 2 days? 3 days? I think it's been 3 days. I am mining in a really disorganized pattern. What? I got distracted trying to count the days. But that's fine. We need to have the roof higher anyway. There we go. That's good. I guess we need to do 3 down, right? Or is that too much? I think that's right. Did you guys hear that? I don't know why I'm asking you that. I'm just literally just recording for my managers. What? Could have sworn the fog closed in for a second there. It's nothing. It's nothing. These old caves, you know, probably some lava caves under the island from when it first got formed, you know. Lava tunnels, wind sometimes gets in there, makes some weird noises. I mean, all around the world you hear cave noises. It's just each region generally sounds a bit different. This place just so happens to sound like creepy whispering. That's fine. You know, we accept all sorts of types of islands and environments. We don't worry about it too much. Alright. Diorite, andesite. I kinda like andesite. Not so much. You know, I still feel like do they let you do it? Nope. I still feel like, you know how in the Nether, I think you're able to use the warped fungus wood as regular wood, and I believe the black stone as cobblestone. I still feel like they should make the diorite and granite and andesite also work as regular stone in all recipes. Because, like, why not? It's a type of stone, and it would be a lot less irritating when you're only finding this and not regular stone if it could actually be used for things. Kind of like how the birch, like, I'm not using the birch in any specific build right now, but it's useful to have around because I can still make, like, sticks out of it. Can you imagine if you could only make sticks out of oak wood? Like, then every other form of wood, you just wouldn't bother with it because it's just useless, you know? Alright, that looks fine for the base level. Should we start with red or should we start with white? I don't know, I was thinking of starting with white, but I feel like starting with red is a more classic, you know, approach to it. I don't know why, I just feel like I've seen more lighthouses that have red at the base than white. But not even all lighthouses are red and white, so kind of hard to quantify, isn't it? But we'll probably start with red because that's what we have, you know? I don't know how we're gonna get the white other than maybe through the farm if we do the bone meal. There goes the pickaxe again. Stone tools, very efficient, you know, materials-wise. Good breaking speed and durability for the materials you put into it, but still. Grab all this. There we are. Man, we're getting hungry, you know? Were there white flowers on the other side of that? You are correct, actually. I think there were. That could get us some amount of white dye. Come on now. That should be enough to start out with. There was more inside the house. We didn't grab the full concrete. Grab that. There we are. Still have no food. There's footsteps again. Oh, the moon's almost down. We're fine. Man. I should probably make a bed so I can actually sleep. I don't want to actually sleep through the nights, because that's inefficient, but it does seem like, a little unreasonable that I would be doing all this for this long straight without any kind of sleep. Alright, but we'll start out with a bit of a simple... Well, that's where we'll put the doorway. Simple semicircular shape here. There we are. And then each layer is going to be 5 blocks tall. Because I'm hoping to have it be 30 blocks tall in all, you know. We're on a pretty large island. We want it to be visible from very far away. Alright. Oh, what? Is that a person? There are locals here? Where'd he go? Are they did surveys. They said that there was no local population on the island. I could have sworn. Is that caught on camera? I could have sworn there was somebody there. There's a blood stain right where they were standing too. Weird. Alright, well, my eyes might just be playing tricks on me again, but I could have sworn I just saw somebody. Oh, let's get back to work. We're not paid to theorize about native populations. We're just here to build a lighthouse. And there's the last one. Alright. Definitely need more of this stuff, which means I think what we need more of now is the red dye. But this is a good bit more concrete. We might be able to finish off this level. Alright, and let's also start with some temporary stairs here. It's a bit small for, you know, the center pillar, but that's fine. We'll just not have a center pillar on this. Probably easier materials-wise. Alright, there we are. Make some more layers of this. And that's that. Okay, we'll need more red concrete, just a bit more. And then this will go up and up and up, 30 blocks into the sky, and have a big light at the top. Which we might be able, as I was saying earlier, we might be able to actually do sea lanterns, because those, we have the silk touch on that. But let's see, you think I could turn this blood into red dye? You'd think you could. Actually, fun fact, I believe back in medieval times they would use many different... Is that fully grown? I don't know. I'll leave it for a bit longer just in case. I can't always tell with these new graphics. Do we get any apples? We cut down quite a few trees. I could have sworn we picked up an apple. We did. Aha. Sustenance. It's been like 3 days that I've been here and I haven't eaten a single thing. That's not really realistic. And let's just light up the house with that. There we go. That's nice. So we need more concrete, which means we need more dye. I guess we're gonna head to the other island again and see if we can't gather up any white-ish flowers. See if that helps us on our journey here. And also explore the rest of this island, because this island is, you know, a big forest, and forests should also have flowers occasionally in them. It's just harder to see them from a distance. So, I'm sure there's plenty of flowers out there. We're just waiting to be gathered. Of course, with no access to any aggressive mobs, finding any kind of bone meal to make more flowers is gonna be not really plausible. Now, do these make white dye? Light gray dye. You think light gray concrete would suffice? I mean, it's not exactly... Did I see something move over there? It's not exactly regulation, but... I mean, I think we can make a bit of an exception, right? Or maybe we'll just... Who knows? We might just, stick with the composting in order to get the white dye. But we will gather these just in case. Alright, let's see. I think that's all the flowers around here. Let's see, over there there's... Oh, that one might be a white dye. Because that one's a different type of white flower. Let's go check that out. Right, we don't have our life jacket, so no swimming for us. You know, safety. It must come first in these situations. I mean, if anything goes wrong, nobody's coming to get me. So... Alright. Light gray dye. Well, sucks to be me. Gonna have to do it the new fashioned way. Can you ride turtles? No, that's sad. Sheep, sheep. That's my boat. Excuse you. Are you? But why are you moving your head like that? Get out of my boat. Come on. You're pushing my boat around. Where's my boat? Did I pick up my boat? Where's my boat? Sheep, I swear to Jesus. Where's my boat? Oh, it's down here. I thought the sheep stole my boat. Made me swim without a life jacket. It is against regulation, you dang sheep. I'm telling you, man. Alright, but let's go explore the forest more. Is this like a water accessible cave right here? Oh, kinda. This is kinda cool. The exit isn't really fully open. We could open this up, make it a nice little shortcut. Ah, dang it. One more. That's kind of cool. I always like those underground water canals, you know. Alright, back to the main island. Let's see if we can't... Oh yeah, there's some red right there. We can grab those red flowers. Let's park this bad boy over here. Alright. Man. You know, these islands aren't really that big. I don't know where the natives could be hiding that I'm not able to see them. You know, maybe they have like a little hidden village somewhere deep in the woods, but doesn't seem like that big of a place to hide such a thing. Ooh, does this give white? Hey, white dye, finally. Oh. I didn't think there were any predators here. Something clawed up this tree. It might have been a bear? I don't think any bears are in this region, right? I would have seen one, or at least signs of one. I guess the blood on the ground might be a sign that bears are around the area, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a large enough prey population in order to host a population of bears, but you know, you always surprising things you find out on these very obscure islands in the middle of nowhere. No more red flowers, it looks like. It's not yet. Let's see. I was hoping for some rose bushes. Those are usually occasionally found in forests. And those I believe give 2 red dye each, and that would be some really good, a really good source of the dye, but I'm not seeing any. Those are like especially visible because they're 2 blocks tall, so it'd be hard to miss a bunch of red rose bushes. It's turning night again. I should head back home. We're not going to be able to find anything in these forests at night. It's far too dark for that. But we found some white dye, so I call that mission success, personally. I didn't even know if there was any white dye that could be made just from flowers. Because there are a lot of flowers that look white, but end up just being, light gray. Well, let's not sprint. I mean, we'll probably get home when it's pretty dark, but for the time being, we're probably alright. How many flowers we get? 7. Oh, there's a wolf. That might have clawed up the trees. Caused all the blood stains? Maybe. It's possible. Hey, Wolfie man, did you do this? Is this you? I'm gonna say that's a solid probably. Okay, now this has to be done by now, right? Yeah. Give me those seeds. There we are. Farm is well on its way. Alright. And let's actually make some shears. I would like... Oh, it is dark. There's some sheep around here, right? I would like a bed just for the occasional sleeping. We don't need to sleep all that often, but I would like to work through most nights, but sometimes... Sheep? Heard something moving around. It might be a sheep. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Oh, it's a piggy. Pig, can I shear you for wool? Do you happen to have... No? Alright, bet. Alright, well... Piggy. I don't think there's any sheep right next to our base anymore. I think there used to be, right? I don't see any now. There are definitely some on the other island, but that's a bit of a long ways to go in the middle of the night. Well... With the sound of... maybe sheep outside our house, we're probably gonna end that off there. So, end of the first log. We'll return to this, building project at a later time. And, yeah, I had a good time with it. Let's, just get out of here real quick. Saving world. Anywho, uh, that was terrifying. As I said, being, like, in character, not having seen anything like definitive yet, it makes it scarier. And I don't know, it might just be the shaders, because the last time I played this, I didn't have any shaders on, especially not spooky shaders and ambiance, but just not being able to acknowledge it makes it 10 times worse, because, it kind of becomes, I don't know, like not as scary once you figure out what it is, what it's doing. You're just like, it's just a little shade guy wandering around me again, making footsteps. That can't actually harm me, So to a degree, if you actually sit there and think through it and rationalize it as to like the mechanics of the mod, it becomes easier to cope with. But if you're in character just trying to rationalize it in a realistic way, like, oh, that couldn't have been what just happened, there has to be a reasonable explanation to this, then it almost just makes it more terrifying, because it keeps it being not just a mod that has certain tendencies for longer. And it's terrifying. But that's exactly what I was wanting for this, is that I would just ignore it for a good amount of time, and it would be kind of the slow descent into madness as we continue on. But yeah, it's going well so far. I am enjoying it. So I'll be back to this. It's a slow going thing. Honestly, I thought that having the 8, yeah, I think it's the 8 concrete powder per die would be kind of a reasonable exchange rate in order to make this lighthouse happen easier, but it kind of seems like that's, I don't know, it seems like it's going to be tough because we need a constant supply of the dye, which now I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, well, the white dye might actually be easier because it's, you know, just from the bone meal that you can compost stuff for. Even with the shears, I think I could shear leaves and then put the leaves in composters, and that would, you know, make infinite bone meal. But, well, so long as you have iron for the shears, I guess. But the red dye is going to be an issue because the only way I could get that is by using the bone meal on the ground and hoping for red flowers. So we will see. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be an interesting development. But we need at least, we may not even need the white dye if we just make the white portions out of diorite or something. I dropped that. But yeah, the red parts are going to need to be red, and the red concrete's kind of the only naturally available substance right now that looks like that. So that's going to be fun. We're going to need to figure out how to source more of that. But it'll be fine, you know? You'd think, like, back in the day, you could just dye things with blood, or something similar to blood. Not exactly blood, you need to purify it and stuff, because blood actually turns brown after a while. Maybe even black sometimes. Blood does weird things when it oxidizes fully. It's kind of weird. But either way, yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.